The National Law Conference 2017 saw its inauguration in Colombo yesterday. President Maithripala Sirisena, addressing the dignitaries gathered, spoke on the importance of ensuring transparency in the judicial services and also responded to criticism levelled against him with regard to the recent appointment of a High Court judge.
When the Bar Association of Sri Lanka proposed a name to me, I immediately instructed the Presidential Secretary to inform the BASL that it cannot be done. Thereby, the Presidential Secretary informed the BASL in writing that their request cannot be met. Thereafter, the President and a group of representatives of the Bar Association of Sri Lanka met me and made a request, saying that this is a request made by the BASL and that it cannot be put aside, and urged me to kindly fulfill this request. It was after this that I proposed the name of this judge, including the names of the 5 other judges which were appointed to the high institutions in the judicial sector. So I made these appointments after receiving the approval based on the evaluation these institutions conducted. So I must very clearly say that I did not do this for my personal gain. I must also note that there is a sense of fairness in the scrutiny which is being levelled against this matter. Whatever function within the judicial sector should be carried out in an extremely pure and honest manner. I am a person who will be of this stance today, tomorrow and the day after. The President was speaking at the opening ceremony of the National Law Conference 2017 yesterday, organised by the Bar Association of Sri Lanka.
As lawyers, it is our belief that the law has to be people-friendly, as Justice Veeramandri would say. It has to be relevant to the times, and it has to effectively and meaningfully serve society. We need to constantly look at the law at a national level to see where we are. Where are we going? What have we done? And what more needs to be done? We of the Bar are committed to support the government in matters of good governance, to ensure that true rule of law and democracy prevails, which after all is and should be our common goal. Good governance and true rule of law is necessary if the law is to be effective.
We all know that pursuing justice is a noble calling, but not always a glamorous one. Many of us enter the legal profession to make a difference in society, to improve our communities, to protect the disadvantaged, or to uphold the values that we all cherish. It should therefore be a concern to all of us that fewer lawyers in this country are civic conscious.
We have appointed 2 separate committees with 2 Supreme Court justices as its chairpersons to recommend the required amendments to the Civil Procedure Code, Criminal Procedure Code, as well as the Penal Code. As a government, we admit and understand that there is a need for a change in the judicial system. There is an unbelievable amount of cases which have backlogged at the Supreme Court. This is causing a disadvantage to the people of the country. As a government, we also have an idea to establish a system which decentralizes the powers of the judiciary on fundamental rights to a certain extent, and at the same time establish a civil appeals court in place of the high courts.
Politicians have become men of flux. You cannot pin them down. They have nothing settled or steady either in their own minds or in any of their discourses. But the Bar must surely recognize there is something inherent in the nature of politics and politicians in our country that is not conducive to achieving stability. We need responsible, honest, competent governance and a competent and independent legal provision which will restore public confidence in all institutions of governments, institutions which provide access to justice and delivery of justice, to name but a few.